Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. Thanks for joining. I hope everyone is doing well and getting all their craftiness in to their day. I just got back from my trip just a couple days ago, and this is my first video since being back. I had so much fun, Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. So I'm going to tell you about my little adventures, and if I forget anything, I will tell you on the next video. But for now, I'm going to talk about what went on, but I'm also going to be working on some stamping on my copy die file folder. This is one of those really large ones that I had in the last copy die adventure that I had here at the house. And I thought when I was making the girlfriend journals for the girlfriend getaway, I was using some of this file folder that was copy dyed, and I had stamped on it. And I thought, I remember saying I should do more of this. I really enjoy using it for backdrops. So I thought, why not just have a bunch prepped? I don't need to cut it up, although I may cut it into like more organized, more manageable pieces. I just want to go ahead and just stamp it all down, stamp it down, stamp it up, stamp, stamp, stamp. I don't know. Anyways. I just pulled up some background stamps that I have in my stash. That doesn't go over here. I'll be using those. And then I have a box of stuff over here. I'll just show you. Here's some more background stamps. And I'm gonna grab them from over there. And then I grabbed these ones just for some extra florals in case I wanted to use some floral stuff. I also grabbed that newest stamp pad sheet that I received from Luann. Thank you so much, Luann. I love this. I've been using this one, right? Well, you can see the ones I've been using. This one, and this one a lot. And these little ones, I think these actually just got inked up a little bit. But I know I used that one with somebody somewhere. I do love these. So I'm going to use this on here also for some of the backdrops. I think it'll be so pretty. So pretty. So hopefully we do get into that, because I'm going to talk about my little adventure really quick. Here's my journal. I didn't journal every day because it was hard. We were doing stuff constantly, and then by the time I would relax enough to journal, I just wasn't doing it. We went in the hot tub every single night and stayed in there for, I don't know, about an hour, maybe a little longer. And then I was like so relaxed. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally just gonna go snack and go to bed. I didn't film while on my trip because, yeah, it just wasn't something that was possible with what we were doing, and everything was very noisy. I would have had to do voiceovers with every single part, and it just wasn't the group to be doing that with. There's a lot of photos that were taken. I did not take the photos. I think I took a couple, but mostly it was everybody else, and they were sent into a group text that we all share. I saved all the photos, and a handful of them I'm going to put together for this little, I'm going to put together like a little video that just shows some of the photos, some highlights, like so to speak. Something you may or may not be interested in seeing. These are like, I was just like collecting receipts. And then I didn't have an airline ticket, but I had my tags from my bags. So I saved those to do something with one of the restaurants we went to, which, I will say this one was recommended to us to go to. It was like, you have to go to this restaurant. It was good food, but really it wasn't. I think it was the kind of like an entertainment part. It wasn't really entertainment. I think, what do you call it? It was just the way they engaged was something different and was fun. But it wasn't like, we all agreed that it won't be on like the absolute to-do place to go next time. But it was good food. It was good food. It was just like regular, like normal at home food. I don't know. When you go someplace and you think that you're going to be doing something super or getting something super extraordinary. I don't know. I think that's what we were all expecting. And, yeah, anyhow, but it was great. This is when we went shopping. We went to the vendor, like what is it called? I guess it's kind of like a swap meet. Maybe that is what it's called. They had a lot of different booths. Everybody had their stuff, and I did purchase a couple of things. So one thing I bought was, I wanted art. That my thing for me is when I go someplace, I want actual art. I'm going to put all these receipts over here for a minute. Okay, I want actual art that's handmade by somebody local. That's what I want. That's what I always strive to try to find, and something that I can afford and pack back in my stuff. So this is what I found. This place right here. Oh, look I damaged all my bags. I think it's like is it watercolor and different ink? I don't know. There's a card. I just put it over here. Is this hers? Trees Have Feelings. So have you ever heard of that? treeshavefeelings.com. treeshavefeelings.com. Yes, that's correct. She also has Instagram and Facebook at Trees Have Feelings. I haven't checked any of that out yet, but I'm going to. So her cards are all her own art, and then she has sayings on them. And at the vendor market that we went to, if you buy 3 cards, you get 1 free. And I want to say the cards were $5 each, or maybe, I don't know, I think I spent like $20, 5, 10, 15, 20, so maybe 4 cards, whatever it was. I got 4 cards, and I got the deal. And so I had to pick out the 4 that I wanted. This one had a bird on it, so pretty. I love the colors, I love the bird and the crown, which, my friends, I have a funny bird story. So, and then this one didn't have a saying on it, but I want to make sure one of them has it. One of them has the F word, so beware. But I like the card, so I got it. Let's see. It says, "Welcome to the forest where all trees have their own names and stories." Tracy Mazur spent, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, spent nearly 30 years in Hollywood as a television writer-producer before uncovering her talent for illustrating whimsical trees and telling their stories. Through her unique artistry and poetry, Tracy's trees and their feelings are a connection to our hearts, souls, and each other. And that just really resonated with me on so many levels. So I was like, yes. And I love the artwork. I love the colors. Everything is so beautiful. So then this one, I think where's the F word? The F word's on the bottom. Okay. So I will not read the F word out loud, my friends, but I will show the card. So so I will let you know when we get to it. It's on the bottom. So this tree right here, this is called, it just has a saying. I'm going to read them. "Harper, yes, Poppy, do you promise we'll always grow together? Of course, Poppy, I've been telling you this 100 years. Thank you, Harper. You're welcome, my love." I mean, isn't that just so cute? I love it. So that's that card right there. And then the 3rd card I picked out was this tree right here. And I just love they are very whimsical, and I just love it. It had all these cute little hearts in there and the leaves. So the hearts look like they have wings to me. Maybe, that's what I see. That's what I see. What do you see? "Can you believe it?" Francine exclaimed to all who could hear. "Never in my wildest dreams did I believe I could grow to touch the sky." I love it, my friends. Okay, beware, the F word will appear. I'm not saying it. Okay, so I do love this tree. And this was actually one of the first ones that I seen, and I really loved it. And I loved the way she drew it, because I thought she does it in such a way that I feel like I can mimic somehow, like just to practice like doodling and things like that. And I love that. And that is really what drew me to it. The colors drew me to it. And then finding out that it was all original artwork by somebody local was just like the top it off. And it says, "Greta Van Snow has big feelings and doesn't give a flying F word. If that makes you uncomfortable, have a nice day." And I was like, sing it, sister. I'm so sorry. I apologize to anybody that that may find that inappropriate, but I really enjoyed it. So there's that. And then you're welcome to everybody else. Okay, so on the things, I don't know if I'm going to get to stamping. I didn't even look at the time. So everybody loved their journals. Some of them I had to, kind of explain a little bit with it. And then they were like, you can see the eyes on a couple of friends. They're just like, okay. And then as I was using my journal, and then Carly was journaling in her journal, and then Brianne was like, "Oh, I'm gonna save this." Like everybody was kind of picking it up from each other, so that was kind of cool. My sister, they all loved it. My sister-in-law told me that her daughter's probably gonna take her journal from her, so. And I'm like, that's okay. It's your journal. You can do whatever you want. Her daughter is one of the nieces that I send things to throughout every year anyway. So she's really familiar. And when she comes here, that's little Keely. Hi, Keely. I don't think they watch, but hi, Keely. Keely also does art for me so I could put it on my wall and leaves it here. So I started my book off. So Tanya made stuff also. And we had a bracelet to wear. She made all these stickers. I filled that out a little bit. I put some of the stickers she made on my book here. Palm Springs Girls Trip 2025, Breeze 40th. I never said this book belongs to. And then I did journal in here for a few days. I was like trying to, because there was some stuff that was happening. I'm like, okay, I got to write this down. We went to In-N-Out. twice actually, but I was happy with one time just because of the way it makes my tummy feel, but we went twice. Let me see. Let's see. I'd see Brianne picked me up at 5:30 in the morning. I want to see if there's anything in here. I'm just going to tell you my stories. Let's see. She picked me up, and then we went to pick up Carly in the next town over on our way out of town, and then we had that 3.5-hour drive to the airport. When we got to the airport, so my friends, I am so nervous about flying. Like, I am a nervous Nelly, big time. I'm up there at the top of the list with the nervous people. And so I have like very expired a lorazepam. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's something that helps calm your nerves. They gave it to me a long time ago, like many years. It's so outdated. My doctor told me to keep it though. She said, just hang on to it. You know, you don't have to throw it out because, you know, you may ever need it, whatever. So I have it, and I was like, I'm taking that with me. Well, Brianne had something that was like all natural, something that you can get. And so she had said, hey, do you want this? I was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely opt in for all natural over, you know, pharmaceutical. So I was like, yeah. So you take those. I took them. Well, apparently my nerves are, I'm unnerved bad. So it didn't work very well for me. So what happened is we flew the short flight. We got on the plane. So first of all, let me back up. Going through the TSA thing, I'm like nervous. So I'm a wiggly person, my friends. I'm like always jumping around. And when I got to the, what do you call it? What did I put in here? Oh, I have stuff saved in there. When we got to the TSA, when I had to walk through the TSA gate, I give her my stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They're like, stand there, stare here, do this, do that. And I'm like, I'm so confused. And I'm trying to look around me instead to see what's happening with other people. Because that's what I do. I look to the people in front of me to watch what they're doing so I know the next step. But when I'm in the step, I'm not paying attention, apparently. So they're like, look, please, ma'am, stay still and look here. I'm like, okay. So I do that, get all my stuff in my little totes. You know, I'm like at 6 totes or whatever with all my stuff in them, like emptying everything out. And then, because I'm so awkward and nervous and everybody was already staring at me and I was like, I was so confused, I decided to dance my way, literally dance my way into the thing that you stand in that scans you, that big circular thing that goes, vroom, makes you feel like you're going to be like beamed up somewhere. Anyhow, I was in there. So I danced and shimmied. I am not joking. I danced and shimmied. Can't take it back. There's no delete. There's no editing. I did it into the thing. And then I'm like, my eyes are giant. There's a lady standing at the side and there's a guy that's taking the picture and he's a little bit back further. And then they're like, stand on the footprints. I do that. And they're like, put your arms up. So I'm wiggling and I'm like, I can't stop wiggling. I'm like putting my arms up and I'm like jiggling and wiggling. And then they're like, okay. And then I thought the lady said, okay. So I stopped. I went to go out and I hopped out and the guy stands in front of me. He goes, wait, you need to go back in there. I didn't get a clear image. He goes, I need you to be still. I was like, okay. So anyhow, I do that and we get through there. So Brianne and Carly were busy getting all their stuff from their TSA things. So they did not witness any of that. And they were so sad that they did not witness that. So that was the beginning of our trip. And then, and then that short plane, I was getting in, I was sitting next to, my seat was right next to Brianne's. So Brianne's trying to help me grab my bag and stick it in where she's at. And then somebody was trying to walk behind me because, you know, everybody's trying to get on the plane, but I didn't have my foot in right. So I had to adjust myself so I can get in there. And I didn't pay attention because I'm so short. I never hit my head on anything. So I don't pay attention to what's above me. That's what really happened. And so I bounced. When I moved, I smacked my head so hard at the top of the thing where you're sitting that I have a little hair clip. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to take one of them out of my head right now so I can show you. I had my hair clip in, you know, it was a little bit smaller than this one on the top of my head holding my bangs back. I hit that so hard that it broke into like 7 little tiny pieces, like smushed. I had to dig them out of my hairline. Like it was like dug into my head. No blood, thank God. But I smashed it. But I hit my head so hard that I made everybody around me jump. Like I was like, and it smacked me back down into my seat. So pop up and the thing hit me. Brianne's like, she's like, what's happening? Are you okay? What's happening? What happened? She's like, I don't even know how that happened. What'd you do? So I was like, oh my gosh, this is just the beginning. I promise there's more. I'm telling her that too. I love this. When I was journaling on this part right here, I had to, when I open it up, I just like how it's like a real circle. Like I could never do that without putting something. Makes me want to start journaling. Like, what's it called? Is it that writing that's not real? Like just writing. And then I want to put like little pieces in different spots so that I can get those little marks. Does that make sense? And then I can, I don't know. Hopefully I'll remember that to do. So then we get there and everything is great. The flights, that was good. I'm going to try and do some of the highlights really quick here. I'll go through that later. I can't do that in this. I'm going to go ahead and stamp while we talk. You're probably thinking, just stamp, Sandra. I'm just flipping back and forth in that book. I journaled a little bit in there and I was trying to add things in there. Oh, I have a piece of the palm tree that I stuck in my book. And then I have a piece of, there's one other thing I wanted to show you in here. So sorry, back and forth, back and forth. I put a piece, there was this really pretty flower thing in there. Oh, and they all loved this whole thing with the, and this part right here. They loved all this. Oh, there's even more receipts. Okay. What am I looking for? There was a blossom. It was hot pink. It was so cool. I loved it so much that I wanted to save some of it. I smushed it in my book. So I think it's here in the beginning part. I smushed it down there. See, and it showed pink. Oh, maybe it's in this thing. Yep, there it is. Okay, so I just stuck it in here to be dried. Oh, and it dried really nice. I really like that. I also have more. I was like, oh, I don't want just that little tiny piece. So I did get more. Hopefully it made it. I just shoved it in a bag at the very end. I probably need to get it in a book. It's still moist. So, and I had some leaves. But there's some in here that have like little tiny white blossoms. I don't know where they went. They probably, I was thinking they're probably just going to shrivel up. Yeah, they did. They're right there. They just shriveled up. I figured that would happen. But aren't they beautiful? The whole yard, everywhere out there was had all these beautiful hot pink. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's all hot pink. It's like totally calling my name. Okay, so yeah, I can't tell you the whole story on one video. There's just no way. There's too many days of stuff. Let's see where to start. I think I'm going to open it in here and then just start on this page. I'm also going to need, I think I'm going to put, maybe I'll put this down because I'm going to be stamping off of it. And I just terrorizing this other mat to like no end here. All right. So I can tell you the in-between stuff later, but I want to tell you these flight things first because this is like so funny, I think. And so did a lot of strangers. So like I said, I'm terrified of flying. And so when we were flying home, I thought, I'm not doing the natural thing. That didn't work. I was a nervous wreck. And I can't even remember what happened. Oh, I know when we got to our layover was in, I don't know where it was actually, I forget. But on the way to Palm Springs, we had a layover. And I was like, no, it was like a long layover too, like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. So we went and had lunch and I had 2 cocktails. I'm like, yes, I'm just going to have 2 cocktails. So on the way home, I did take the no cocktails and I took the lorazepam. I was like, I'm just going to take one of those and just relax. I have like the smallest dose possible of dosage, the very smallest that you can get. So it's not like, I wasn't like alarmed or scared or anything like that. Let's see, what colors do I have? Let's do, and I want to do different colors when I do this. Okay, let's see. This one right here is coffee. I also have these little ones down here. Because I know that I like to use I want to use archival ink. And I have the ground espresso. I have vintage photo. Trying to see all the colors I want to use on this. I mean, I might use a little bit of that peeled pink, 'cause I think that's pretty. We'll see how light it looks. So on the way to Palm Springs, 3 of us flew from Spokane and got there. 1 of us flew from Texas, and then 2 of us flew from the Seattle area, but those 2 were on different flights, so they came in at different times. On the way home, all of us from Washington, so that'd be 5 of us, we all flew on the same flight to Seattle. And then the 2 Seattle ones, they were able to go home from there. And then Carly, Brianne, and myself flew from Seattle to Spokane. And then we drove the 3.5 hours home. Tanya, she is from Texas, so she flew an earlier flight in that morning, so she went to Texas, so she wasn't with us during this. So at the airport, there's all 5 of us to go home, and we are, I'm like, I want to take my lorazepam about an hour before the flight. So we got there way before that. So I'm so nervous, and I'm just like, and I'm super awkward. The more nervous I am, the more awkward I am. Let me tell you, it's no joke, no joke. So we get to the airport, and we return the car. We do all the things that you're supposed to do. Whoops, I don't want to be crooked though. And then we go find a place to sit. And so as we go find the place to sit, it's in California, so the airport's all open. So like the seating area, like it's all open. There's no, if you've never been to one like that, it's instead of having walls everywhere, it's just open. So birds can come through, everything, right? Because of the weather's different there. Anyways, so we're sitting there and there's birds everywhere. Like, and I'm thinking, I'm kind of laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, because I know Brianne's afraid of birds. Like they just make her, like she's not like terrified where she's like, she can't walk into a room. I think she used to be that way, but they're not her favorite thing to be just roaming around. And so, I mean, I don't want them flying at me. Joke's on me. Anyways, so we get there and everybody's always laughing at me anyways, because even my kids and my grandkids, they always like, why do you always have so many bags? I am literally the bag lady. Like I cannot go from point A to point B without having my purse and then my little crafty bag and then a pillow. I take a blanket. Like I'm like stacked up. I want to be prepared. What if the car broke down? What if we decided to go someplace else? What if somebody needs something? Like that's me. I'm that person. I want to be prepared. So now you can picture me. I've got my 2 little suitcases. I ended up doing 2. I have my 1 little suitcase now because I checked 1. And then I was waiting to do the free checking, which I was able to get because I did my carry-on. So I had my carry-on suitcase, my big bag that I'm calling my purse, but it's not. So it's got my purse and all my stuff in there. So I have that. Plus I have another. What do I have? I have something else on me. My blanket. I have my neck pillow tied to my suitcase, and then I have my pillow that I put my iPad on because I always take that because I like to rest it on my legs. Anyways, I'm stacked. So we go to the airport and. Then what do? We sit down. So the girls are sitting on the seats. So here's the windows. The windows are right there, right? They're not windows, it's open. So anything can come through, but it's where windows would be. So they're sitting right here. And I came around and I have so much stuff. So there was like an aisle right here, right across from them. So I sat in that little corner chair so I can still face them. And then I can use the chair next to me for all my stuff and then put my stuff on the corner. Like, I mean, I was like all packed out. And then across the way, there's strangers sitting there. So I come walking around here. I trip over my stuff. My friends try to catch me, but I made it. I stood up. I was able to control that. And then I come whirling around. My bag or my pillow or something hits one of my friends. She's like, oh my gosh, Sandra, be careful. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like trying to, then I go to let go of my suitcase and it's heavy. So it tips over, it falls over. So now I bend over to pick it up. The bag that's on my arm swings back down, almost knocks me out again. I get myself together. They're like, somebody jumps up. They're like, oh my gosh, somebody help her. My friends, they're like, somebody help her. And so they start helping me, which was good. And then I get all situated. I'm sitting down and now we're just talking. I'm taking a deep breath. I think they're like looking at me like, oh my gosh, Sandra, what is going on? I don't know. This is just how it is. I'm used to it. It's fine. Anyhow, when I sat down though, those people that were sitting across were looking at me and I looked at them and I was giggling. I go, don't worry, folks. I go, there's more where that came from. So they just kind of giggle, whatever. No big deal. And then we're just sitting there and we're just talking and everybody's like looking at their phones and, getting caught up on all whatever they're doing, messaging their loved ones. That's what we're all doing, kind of like doing that touching base thing. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like getting it together and I'm going to take my medicine, getting ready to take my medicine and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm just going to relax here and just going to chill out. I'm just going to chill out because I am crazy and I'm like losing my mind. And then all of a sudden I'm sitting there and this bird goes right in between me and these people, like, but closer to my side, just goes, whoom, dives down and then flies back up. And I was like, whoa. And I turned my head to look at the girls, and I was like to say, oh my gosh. And then right when I was doing that, then 2 birds right in a row come flying. One of them goes right in front of my face, and I gasp. I go, oh my, and right as I do that, with my mouth open, the next bird goes right in front of my face and hits my nose. I thought it was going to go in my mouth. Janet's across the way. She's dying. I'm surprised she didn't pee her pants. Honestly, I kind of wish she would have peed a little bit because she laughed so much. But now she's making fun of me. She's like, oh my gosh, did you just try to eat a bird? Oh, wrong ink. That's right. I can do 2 different colors. And I was like, no, that bird tried to get in my mouth. And those people across the way, oh, that's what's happening. Those people across the way, they are dying, my friends, dying laughing. And I'm like, why is this happening to me? Those birds didn't do it to anybody else but me. It was like, oh my gosh, there she is. Get her. So anyhow, that was what happened there. And then what else? Oh, before we got to that part though, I think the reason why I was kind of a nervous wreck. So we are going through the TSA. Well, my sister-in-law, she's had like all these issues with her back and with her knee and pain and everything. So she's been taking a lot of she takes the medicine that she's supposed to, her muscle relaxers and everything, but nothing really helps all the way. So she also takes those the gummies, you know, with THC, CBD and THC. And she was like telling me, like, I can't get it where I'm at. And she wants me to buy it for her and mail it to her. And I said, that's never going to happen. That's illegal. I'm not doing that. It's not illegal. You can do it. They're not going to check. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Stop asking. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. No. So, hello. Like, I didn't just wake up. I didn't just wake up. I didn't just get, what is it? I wasn't born yesterday. Okay, there we go. So anyhow, she's like, I'm telling you, it is fine. So I'm thinking, and I'm going through TSA and I got all my stuff going through the thing. I'm better this time because I knew what happened last time. So I looked at the picture. I stood still in the scanner, put all my things in the bucket. I'm like, I got this, man. I have got this. I laid all my stuff out to go on that belt in the order in which it was easiest to grab it. So like shoes went first, my jacket, like things I can pull them off, put them on and grab my stuff. And I didn't have it all backwards like I did last time. But I'm standing there and my bag that I'm going to carry onto the plane isn't coming out. I'm like, where's my bag? Like, oh my gosh, somebody stole my bag. My crafty stuff's in there. I'm all like traumatized. What's going to happen? Where's my crafty stuff? And then, let me see, I think I like this one and this one. And so I'm looking for my crafty stuff to come through. I think I'm going to try some of this green and see what it will look like with these little speckly things. See if I like it. Oh yeah, I think that'll be pretty. It's light enough. It doesn't, like really stand out as a green, I don't think. So I'm like looking around, like, where's my crafty stuff? So Carly's already through. She's so sweet. She always goes right before me. Carly's in her 30s, very early. She's 31. So she's waiting for me. She's like, where's Sandra? I go, my bag. So I don't know where my bag is. She looks around. She goes, oh, it's over there. The guy has it. I'm like, the guy has it? What guy? I'm thinking like some guy, any guy. No, it was the TSA guy. He has my bag and he is searching it. He's going through it. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, I go to worst case scenario. I'm like, did Tanya put something in there to prove to me that I could do this? I'm like terrified. I'm like, she doesn't know I was thinking this. I haven't talked to her since this, but I'm like terrified. I'm like, oh my gosh, I swear. Oh my God. And I'm thinking, I go, I don't know what could be in there. And guy's just looking at, he's not really looking at me. He's like digging. So now he's not finding what he's looking for. So now he's like pulling everything out of my bag. And I'm like horrified for lots of reasons. Like, one, what's he looking for? What's in there? I don't know what could be in there. And two, I don't think I have anything in there bad, but I'm thinking, how am I going to get all that stuff back in that bag? Because I had it packed in there just perfect. That was my concern. And so, anyways, I have a thread here. What's going on? So, anyways, he pulls out a full bottle of water that I didn't see. It fell when I was emptying my bag and repacking it. One of my bottles of water, never opened, had fallen to the bottom of my bag and it was laying flat. So when I was stuffing my stuff back in this bag, I just didn't see the bottle of water. And that's what he pulled out. I was like, I almost fainted. Like, I was so excited that that's all he found. I almost fainted. Anyways, that was crazy. So after that, that's when the bird thing happened. So I got searched. Oh, I'm going into another one now. Got searched, tried to eat a bird. Jen ran up to me at one point when I was walking over there, and I'm a screamer, and she jumped out just like as a, not bad, she was just like, boo, because I wasn't paying attention, and I screamed in the airport, like screamed, and all these people just look at me and laugh. They're just like, they look at me first, and then they realize what's going on, and then they laugh. I don't do it on purpose, like, so people who get upset about the screaming, like, I'm sorry, you know, I get scared, I scream, that's what happens. Are you guys screamers? Jen, so my friend Jen isn't a screamer. For years, I've always tried to like scare her to scream. She just freezes. She just, and like freezes, maybe stops breathing a little bit, but she doesn't make a noise. Are you like that, or are you a screamer? I would like to know. I'm prepping for whenever I meet anybody. Anyways, let me get one of these little things here. So those are the exciting airport moments. I think that was it for the airport. Not 100% sure. But if I remember anything else, I'll tell you. I may tell you a couple things. I don't know. Over and over again. I'll try not to. So we did do the touristy thing in Palm Springs. So we're like 45 minutes or so, 45 minutes away from Palm Springs. We're in a town called La Quinta. And it was really nice. We ate at a place called Stuffed, S-T-U-F-T, super yummy food, really great drinks. It was so nice. The atmosphere there was nice. We shopped at Trader Joe's we went to Trader Joe's like almost every day because we didn't all arrive at the same time. And so we tried to get stuff that everybody would want, but then, you know, we're like, oh, we needed to get that. Oh, we ran out of honey, you know, things like that, which is what's fine. Trader Joe's is fun to go to. So, we don't have a Trader Joe's close to our house, so it's not something I get to do. I've only been in a Trader Joe, I think, once before this trip. I'm just going to leave all these inks open, I guess. And so, I think I like that, like doing it like in a 3. And then the 3 generations, I like how that's playing out here. So we went downtown in Palm Springs when we were picking up Jen and Becky from the plane. So Becky came in first, and then we had a couple hours to spare, so we went and did the walk around Palm Springs, and we did photos and everything like that. It was really, the only thing that was sad is that Jen wasn't there yet, so she's not in any of these photos, which is kind of a bummer, but I guess it is what it is. Dang it. But anyhow, there's this big thing of a Marilyn Monroe statue, and everybody stands underneath her. And I'm looking at this. Now, my mind is like crazy. I'm watching everybody stand under her and take pictures, and I know one of these days is going to call for rain. So I'm thinking, I have that in my mind, and I'm thinking, so when people are standing under her taking pictures, if it's raining, does it look like she's like going to the bathroom on them? That's what I asked that. My friends are like, why would you even think that? I'm like, why would you not think that? Like, doesn't that make sense? So anyways, it wasn't raining. Thank goodness. We went and got our pictures taken. There was a lot of other kind of art, like not statues, like, what are they called when there's like art pieces? Oh my gosh, lost my words. Anyhow, there is this one, and it's all metal. It's like the shape it's one of those things where when you're far away, it looks like a solid person almost. But then as you get closer, it's like, you can see it's like pieces of metal, like all stacked to make the shape of a person, of like a lady, like sitting down with her legs like onto the side of her, like she's like kind of like doing this pose thing. I'll make sure I put one of these pictures in the thing that I make, because what happens now is, so everybody, I'm going to probably say this name a lot because she's the one that I think she always knows I'm going to do stuff. So she's like, oh, Sandra, I dare you. Oh, Sandra did this. So, and I will do it most of the time. Most of the stuff I'll do. So Jen says, oh, Sandra, I dare. I think I said something like, oh my gosh, look at that statue. It's so cool. And she goes, oh, I dare you to take your clothes off and go sit up there with her. And I was like, so first of all, I did not take my clothes off. I took something off though. So they don't know that I like stack my clothing also. I have like a tank top on. Sometimes I'll wear a t-shirt and then a long sleeve shirt and then like a little jacket. But this day I only had my tank top and I had a nice top on, like a short sleeve thing, because the weather was nice. So I saunter up there, like I start to walk up there, and I reach down and I grab my blouse from the bottom. I pull my hands to the sides and I pull my top up from the front so they don't see the back that I have this tank top on. And I hear all my friends gasp like, oh my gosh. And somebody's like, Jen, why would you dare her? or something like that. And I was like, so I just take my top off and then I carry it with me and I climb up on the little, the platform place where this thing is. And I try my very best in my most sexiest way, which let me tell you is not very sexy. And I try to do this pose while I'm trying to go into this pose all like, sultry and everything else. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure I just look like like some kind of like overgrown walrus trying to look pretty. So they're taking photos and snapping. I think there might be a little bit of a video of one, but I don't know. I think maybe it was just pictures. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I did it all in great fun. One of the passerbys, this lady walks by and she looks at me and she goes, "That was amazing. Good job." So I'm just sitting there. In the photo, when I show it to you, you'll see it. I have black leggings on, and let me stamp that off. I have black leggings and a black tank top on, and then you'll see my shirt, my blouse is sitting next to me on the thing with, I think my purse is right there. Either that or I handed my purse off when I went to go do that. I don't remember what I did. I don't remember exactly what I did because I kind of left my body. I was an out-of-body experience. Oh my gosh. So, I do like to have fun. I do like to be a little on the wild side, but at the same time, still remembering that I want to be able to get home safely, and I have children and grandchildren, and I need to be respectful a little bit. Anyhow, that was really fun. I really had so much fun doing, hanging out and doing all that kind of stuff. The hot tub, we don't have a hot tub here at our house, but it's definitely something I want. That hot tub felt so good every single night sitting in it, and it wasn't a chemical one, so that was nice. So I also learned that, like, I don't know if we could do what it would take to get something like that here at our house, but I don't foresee it in the near future, I'll tell you that. But what I also learned is this, my friends, the whole time I was gone, I had zero leg pain in my knee. I had no knee pain. I had my hands didn't hurt. I mean, like, I would overuse them a lot doing, like, just like making food, whatever. But I didn't have the pain like I do at home. I had no pain in my knee, though, at all. And as soon as we got off the flight in Seattle, where it was freezing, that's when I experienced pain. I started getting the achiness, and I was like, oh, that means it's arthritis. So sorry, I'm noisy. So I think that means, I think that's what that means. It's arthritis, because I had no pain there and the weather was nice. Even when it was chilly, it was not cold like it is here. And so my knee wasn't swollen at all. It never ached at all. It didn't pop at all. And at home, it pops throughout the day. It always pops in the morning and it always pops at night. And some days are harder than others for swelling on it. And it hurts like a lot. I've had knee pain for quite a while, and I was thinking it was all these different things, which could be contributors to some of the pain. But going from that pain all the time to no pain at all, I know that it's arthritis. And then coming back, and as soon as the cold hit me, I was like, oh, so sad. So I told Jason, I said, well, I guess this means we really need to get the properties finished, because we have 2 properties. So for those of you who don't know, we cashed out all of our investments, everything financial, 401ks, anything. We cashed everything out. Jason even had one of his life insurance things from when he was a kid. We have life insurance, but this was a different one that his mom had got. We even cashed that out. We cashed everything out many years ago, and we started investing in property. And then because Jason, he does construction, but he does all these things. I could never do this on my own. Like it has to be with him. So we trust each other. So this is what he wanted to do. So we did this, and we've been doing pretty good. So as the years have gone by, and as we have bought and lived in and worked on the houses as we lived in them and sold them, and anyways, we've been working up to retirement. So all that to say is we have 2 properties now that we need to get the rentals on them ready. One property it's big. It's a big piece of property. It has 3 rental spaces, but they all need to be remodeled. and done so that somebody can live in them. And then one property has 2 rentals. So that'll be 5 additional rentals we'll be able to add into our stuff. And we don't have to, we can stay in a fair market with rentals, with rent prices and things like that, because we own them outright. We bought them at auction. So, but that's the other thing with auction, you have to buy them as is. And so there's a, you know, but Jason can do all that. So I have that faith in there. There's my faith. And anyways, that's what we've been working towards. So we have these, and we don't do anything on credit. So it's like as we can afford it. So we spent, I think the last 2 I think we're going on year 3 now with these 2 properties. And then we just buy things as they come up, as they come on sale, things like cabinets, refrigerator, stove, like all these things. So we just been buying them. And then now the only thing we have to do, as there's still a few more things we have to get, but the only thing we have to do is have time. He has to have enough time to be able to work on them while we have enough money coming in paying our bills, if that makes any sense. So I told him we really need to get this done faster, because I think what we need is we need to get our what is that trailer thing that we got? We need to get that fixed up, because I feel like we need to leave around like maybe like the beginning of December. I said we should have Thanksgiving here, and then we can do like an early Christmas family get together with our kids and grandkids way before Christmas, and then take off and then not come back until like mid-March. And he was like, he just looked at me. I'm like, I'm serious. I don't know. My body can't handle this. We're old. We got to get out of here. It's too cold. I just realized I'm stamping everything the same way. Does that matter? It might when I go to do stuff. So maybe I should start going around and like around the edges and put some stuff. I don't want to put it right on top of that though. Maybe that. Like that. Get that corner. Oh yeah, get all the corners. Let's see. Can I get some more floral on that? I mean, I know he's game for it. He'll do it. And the thing is like, even when I go away on stuff like that, I can still craft, because I'll still have my crafting stuff. So I'll be able to still do all that stuff. Because I don't care how warm I am. If I'm not crafting, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be great. I have to keep busy. All right, let's see. Maybe I'll just do this top part here. This is kind of pretty, isn't it? Does anybody else do this? Just grab big pieces and then just stamp it out? I think I want like a light pink. I don't have a pink though. All right, I think we're getting close to the end of this video, my friends. So I'm gonna have to like pick up later, because there's no way I'm finishing this stamping. All right. I'm going to tell you one more story before I go, though. We went on, this will be a short one. So I went on a walk every day, which was great. The biggest walk I went on was a 4-mile walk, and it was beautiful. And I wasn't paying attention again. And we were on the beginning of our walk. We get to this place, and Brianne says, hey, does anybody have to use the bathroom? I didn't hear any of this because I was looking at stuff. Does anybody have to use the bathroom? Because there's a bathroom right here. And we don't go. It's just me, her, and Becky, actually, that took this walk this day. Where is the lid? There it is. And so, even though this isn't the permanent, I want to use a little bit of this color, I think. So she says, does anybody have to go to the bathroom? And nobody says they have to go. So, we keep walking, I think. Maybe I'll use this one here. So a mile and a half in this 4-mile hike, I am seriously regretting my 2 bottles of water and 3 cups of coffee that I drank. And there's nowhere to go. And so they're like, let's just go over there. You can squat. I'm like, I can't squat. I'm not a squatter. I can't do it. I always pee on myself. I can't do it. They're like, no, you'll be fine. We'll help. We'll be there. We'll block you. We'll this, we'll that. There's like nowhere to go. There's no, like here where we live, like if you want to hike here, like there's mountains and hills and bushes. There wasn't that. It's like, we're like in a valley, and it's all open, and the mountains are all around us. We're not in the mountains. We're in the valley, and it's all open. And there are a couple of little bushes, but they're all see-through. there's nowhere to go. And I can't hide. And I mean, I would literally have to climb into the bush. I'm like, I can't do it, you guys. I can't do it. I'm going to get nervous. I can't just do it real quick. I can't just whip it out and go, because I get all my insides decide they have other, I don't know. They don't want to do that. They don't. I mean, I'm going to have to wait. It's not going to happen. And then when it finally comes out, someone's going to walk by, and then I'm going to pee on myself. And they're like, well, you mean like down your leg? You just have to like spread. I go, no. I pee everywhere. Like I am not a squatter. When I squat, my friends, this is probably so much information that you don't want to know, but too bad. Here we are. Here we are. We are in it. And, my kind of going to the bathroom, when I squat, I practically go into the splits because I just splatter. I'm like, how do you keep it from splattering? I think I know now. I need to carry paper towels with me and lay the paper towels down. But then I got to carry them because I can't leave those there. Anyways, yeah, it wasn't happening. I was able to hold it in. I just kept telling myself, Sandra, you know, what's going to be worse? Just being in agonizing pain or walking with pee-pee pants, you know, another mile home, because then you're going to get, it's going to hurt. You're going to get a rash on your leg. That's not going to be fun. Anyhow. So there's that. I learned to not, from that, we didn't take another walk after that, but I did know that if I did do another walk, first of all, I wasn't going to drink that much stuff, and I was definitely going to stop off at the bathroom. Like, I seriously wanted to go and knock on someone's door at one point and was like, please, I'm begging you. I'll give you $100. Let me use your bathroom. But, yeah, I made it. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave off right there, my friends. I wanted to also tell you my favorite place that I ate was at Tommy Bahama. I don't know if you've ever eaten there. Was my thing even on here? I had the special. I had, oh, these are cocktails. They don't have a thing you can take. So I just took this. So I guess I'm a thief now. But, I mean, I told the waiter, I was like, is there anything? No, he's like, what about this is paper? Do these just ever go missing? And he just kind of looked at me like he looked like that look as, I'm just going to look away and do what you got to do, lady. So I like stuffed it in my purse. But I had the coconut crusted halibut something or other. When I came home and I called Jason, I was like, Jason, you're never going to believe what I did. I bought myself a $40 lunch. He was like, oh my God, what did you eat? And I go, the most amazing halibut ever. And I said, if you ever come to Palm Springs, or if we ever have a Tommy Bahamas anywhere, I'm going to make him order that because I know that he'll love it. It was so good. So good. So, but $40, that's a crazy expensive, $40. But I thought, you know what? I'm only doing this once. I've saved enough money to go and have a little bit of fun. I didn't go clothes shopping. I bought that. I bought those cards. Oh, I bought one more thing. Let me show you my last thing that I bought. Okay, I bought two more things. Sorry, I forgot. I bought this purse. My little purse that I bought for like a strap-on, so that I can just, something small, broke. Both handles. One handle broke and then the other handle broke. And so I just bought it at Fred Meyer before this trip. And so I'm going to see if I can take it back and get a new one. Because I do like it. It was just, I don't know why that happened. Anyhow, I needed a new purse and I found this one and I like it. It's so cute. It was at that vendor mall. And then Tanya was like, no, don't get that one. It's ugly. She goes, that's an old lady purse. And I was like, well, one, I love it. I think it's pretty. Two, I can get in there and get my hands in there and pull stuff out easily. And that's what I need because I'm like a container person. Like I'll have like my ear things in there. I have my little medicine bag. And I like to be able to do stuff like that and get my stuff out like that easily. And then I have these right here where I can put my phone. Anyhow, she was like, no, that's an old lady purse. And I go, I am an old lady and I like it. So be quiet. Get this up out of the way. But the other thing I bought was this. I love stones. I used to really collect them a lot, and I have a whole bunch of them. And I just think they're so beautiful. This one, I'm gonna take that tag off. $14. This one, I have a little card in here. What did I do with the card? I don't know. I thought I had it right here. But this is golden obsidian, and I was just so drawn to it. I don't know if the light's picking this up. I hope it does, but you can, like, it has swirls in there of the golden. It's so beautiful. I just love it. Anyhow, I was 100% drawn to this card. Oh, yeah, there's my lorazepam in my purse still. I don't have the card. There's like a little card that goes with it that explains like the properties. If you are a stone person and you like stones, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I don't have it in here. It must be in all my receipts here. Let me see. Oh gosh, I don't know where I put it, but anyhow, I loved, so I love this so much, and I was really drawn to it. So I picked it up, I walked in there, and I was looking at different things, and I just like beelined, and I don't know how to explain it. I was just drawn to this, and so I picked up my golden obsidian, and I bought this. My friends who I'm with, none of them are into stuff like this, and they're just like, why is she buying this? And anyhow, a couple of them know me really well though, and they're just like, they get it. Don't get in the way. Let her get her stone. And then I looked around because they had so many beautiful things. I was like, what else would I like in here? Because they had jewelry in there and stuff. But there was just nothing that had that pull. And so, plus I wasn't on this trip to spend as much money as I possibly could. So I wasn't on that pull for anything else. This was it. Isn't it beautiful? And it was a heart, and I just love it so much. So this is my absolute treasure from my trip. The cards, the art is I think would be like my second for my treasures. And then my purse, because that was a necessity. I needed a purse. I didn't want to just walk around with a wallet in my hand. Anyhow, my friends, thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed my shares, my crazy shares, and my sporadic stamping. I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this. And I guess I will just see you on the next video. I hope you enjoy all your moments. Bye.